Welcome to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt, and today we are not at home. Today we are on the road. Today we're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We just left Kentucky, headed to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan on our family road trip for the summer. But while in Kentucky, I did pick up a bottle that I said I would pick up this year, not because I love the whiskey specifically, but because the whiskey itself carries my child's namesake. If Jim Beam wants me to continue buying the Booker's products, they better continue naming their batches after my children. Because today, from this hotel room, we're reviewing Booker's 2023-01 Charlie's batch. Oh, America. Currently, my daughter Charlie is only 6, so she can't share this Booker's with me. But after I taste it and review it, if I wrap it up nice and tight and store it in the dark for the next 15 years, then when she turns 21, we can go back in time and taste Charlie's batch together. Will this bottle last me 15 years? I might have to get a second bottle of Charlie's batch, just saying. America. Today's video is brought to us by our great friends over at Magic Spoon. If you're unfamiliar, Magic Spoon is the high-protein, keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, wheat-free, naturally flavored, totally delicious, childlike cereal for grown-ups. Magic Spoon is my absolute favorite cereal on the planet. The only thing more magical about Magic Spoon than its flavor is the ridiculously awesome nutrition profile. 0 grams of sugar? Oh, sign me up for some of that. Magic Spoon is offered in so many nostalgic flavors, it'll bring you back to your childhood faster than running into your 6th grade teacher at Victoria's Secret. Click on my link in the description below, scan this QR code on the screen, go to magicspoon.com/ADHD. Use code ADHD at checkout. You're gonna get $5 off your build your own bundle box. Chocolate chip cookie, fruity, peanut butter, cocoa. One of my favorite flavors that I've already scarfed down 2 boxes of this month, the Frosted, can be added to that bundle box. So many delicious flavors it'll make your head spin. And for this month only, they introduced 2 limited edition campfire favorites, Toasted Marshmallow and Honey Graham. Both are ridiculously good and I can't stop eating them. Booker's 2023-01, 63.3% alcohol by volume, 126.6 proof. So this is pretty old for a Booker's product. Most of them are coming in at the 6-year-ish range. This one a little bit older at 7 years, 1 month. Will the extra few months pack a punch, or will it not matter in the grand scheme of things? This batch is named in honor of Charlie Hutchins. That's not my kid. The craftsman behind the signature wooden boxes that each bottle of Booker's bourbon comes in. He is also a longtime family friend and a former employee of my dad, Booker No. Charlie started his career working at the Booker No distillery. He was quite the storyteller and would entertain others with his tall tales throughout the workday. He was also one to pay close attention to the details, doing something over and over again until it was perfect. Just like Dad was with his whiskey. It's not hard to see how they got on so well. Charlie still lives near our Booker No distillery and enjoys fishing and vacationing with his family in South Carolina. Raise up. One of these days, my son Freddie and I hope to get out there to fish with him. That's a sweet, fun story, eh? That's a good story. Gonna check it out. It looks to be the color of Booker's, which would be a nice tanning oil. A very nice tanning oil that you would rub all over your spouse's skin, all over her beautiful lumps. And it's been almost 2 weeks. I love curves. Rubbing, this is the color of a tanning oil that you would rub all over your spouse's curves. Ooh. Light and fruity. There is a bit of nuttiness on there. Obviously, it is a Beam product, but it's not like left hooking me in the face with overly nutty action. As a matter of fact, the nose is Yeah, a bit lighter, a bit fruitier, a bit sweeter. Not quite as dry nutty as I've been accustomed to with the last Booker's batches that I've promised to never buy again. By the way, while in Kentucky, guess what you pay for Booker's? A premium, $129. I paid $129 for it. It's way too much. I haven't even tasted it yet, but it was way too much. But Kentucky will Kentucky, and their prices sucky, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay, wow. Yeah. Well, it definitely goes through its progressions. For a Booker's, it seems to be pretty complex on the first sip. It started off with some darker fruity notes, like some cooked down fruit, a little bit of barrel char, a little bit of cast iron, and then the irony of it not being nutty kind of went away because on came the nuts. Then it kind of deviated from nutty and sweet back and forth, like a really hilly road in my mouth. Second sip. So the second sip, the nuttiness was more forward and was making an appearance right out of the gate. But along with that sudden burst of nutty flavor, there was something else that was there, like along with it, holding its hand, entering the reception together like a newlywed bride and groom before they drank way too much Booker's and got slammered. And then the groom couldn't perform, so they called me. That's a joke. That's a joke. But the note that came along with the nuttiness right out of the gate was kind of like a funky fruit leather. A bit of a funky fruit leather and nuttiness right away. Mouthfeel, pretty good. It's got a nice viscosity to it. Finish, kind of lingering around a little bit. The previous batches of Booker's I've tasted have been much more peanut oil, where this one is kind of like a peanut butter and funky jelly. This might be the best Booker's batch I've tasted in quite some time. Typically, I would score an average batch of Booker's in like the 7 range, between 7 and 7.9 from good to very good. There may have been a couple that have received a score in the greats, the great 8s, and there may have been some that have received a score lower than 7. Just like all right or pretty good, or maybe not even my jam. But that's based on the fact that the flavor profile of Booker's is just not exactly what I absolutely love. But what I do think, after I score this, what I think I should do is definitely take Charlie's batch and match this batch up against some of the recent batches of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof sasses. Does Charlie's batch of Booker's reign supreme over the newly nutty Elijah Craig Barrel Proof batches? As Elijah Craig Barrel Proof gets younger and lower proof, it's beginning to take on more of a Booker's profile. And even though Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is much less expensive if you can find it than Booker's, I kind of want to know where Booker's sits in the grand scheme of nutty bourbons. That is a super good batch of Booker's. I'm so glad that I picked this batch of Booker's up because I do believe that this is a very good, bordering on great variation of the Booker's profile. So for that reason, I will say that Booker's 2023-01 Charlie's batch receives a score from me tonight of 7.9. It is very good. It is very good. I'm not gonna say it's great, but when I do place it up against some Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs of recent, we'll see how it compares and competes, and if it does deserve a new score, then I might re-review it and give it a new score. Or maybe I'll have to re-review some of the Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs I've reviewed recently and bump those bitches way down. But that's gonna do it for today. That is Charlie's batch. By the way, I'm probably gonna have to pick up a second bottle of this to share with my daughter when she turns 21. I don't think that it's gonna be, I don't know. I probably can't steal this thing up for 15 years. I probably just need to get another one. Time to bust out the high interest credit card, and maybe by the time she turns 21, I'll have it paid off. Thank you so much for watching this remote review. My name is Matt, this is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on doing things that need to be done no matter where you are and what time it is. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you valeted your Lamborghini and forgot your lighting in the back, which is why this video looks like nutsack. What I'm saying is excuses are like idiots. Idiots are everywhere, but you just gotta ignore them and keep pushing on. As my good friend Joe Dirt said, keep on keeping on. And life's a garden, dig it. And if you're gonna have a fireworks stand, at least have a good one. And you're my sister, you're my sister, you're my sister. He says that too. I'll probably edit that part out though. Talking to the mic. I got a backup mic right here. Joe Dirt said a lot of smart things.